Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bold and beautiful spoilers. Eric's shocking medical deception. Are Carter and Hope about to get played? The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that the Forresters need to put their thinking caps on and come up with a way to fight back. Since Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, has confirmed he can't help, maybe Eric Forrester, John McCook, and the others need to explore more than just legal strategies. After all, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, got down in the mud first by tricking Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McKinn's Wood, with those LLC papers. Steffi and Ridge thought they could trust Carter, so they signed without realizing they were giving up control of Forrester Creations. Now that Carter is in charge, he has no intention of surrendering power anytime soon. Carter intends to run the company with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, by his side and implement all the changes he wants. Since nothing else is working, should Eric, Steffi, and Ridge brainstorm a dirty move of their own? We can think of one way to throw Carter for a loop, and it involves Eric faking a medical setback. Let's not forget it hasn't been that long since Eric had one foot in the grave. Eric almost lost his life due to a serious illness back in 2023, so perhaps that B&B story could become important now. Everyone panicked when Eric collapsed at his party, so maybe it's time for Eric to give a repeat performance. This time around, Eric could merely pretend to keel over while Carter and Hope watch in horror. Between Eric's last illness and the heart attacks he suffered from in the past, it'd be easy for Eric to convince Hope and Carter that his health has been derailed. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin probably wouldn't be willing to help with a plot like this, but Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, just might. Perhaps Steffi could rope Lie into the scheme and get some help selling Eric's medical trouble. Eric might go as far as getting himself hospitalized just for the charade. The Forrester clan could use a situation like this to guilt-trip Carter into giving up control. Hope might feel just as terrible and urge Carter to indeed drop all this before Eric's health gets any worse. Once everything was signed and official, that's when Eric could pull a gotcha and reveal that he's perfectly fine. It'd be a good way for Eric, Steffi, and Ridge to spin things around on Hope and Carter in the end. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say the Forresters will have to make some updates to their tactics sooner or later, so stick with us for more predictions on any sneaky moves and stunning news. On The Bold and the Beautiful, deception is a game that many are willing to play, but when Eric Forrester gets involved, things take a darker turn. In the upcoming episodes, fans will be shocked to learn that Eric is faking a medical setback, and it's all part of a twisted plan that could affect both Carter Walton and Hope Logan in ways no one saw coming. Is this the dirty trick these two characters deserve, or is Eric simply trying to protect his family from a bigger threat? Eric's desperation. A master manipulator at work, Eric Forrester has been through his fair share of health battles over the years. From heart surgery to dealing with aging, Eric's medical history has been a roller coaster that fans have witnessed, with each setback adding to the complexity of his character. However, in a surprising twist, Eric is about to pull a fast one, faking a medical emergency that will have everyone in the Forrester family on edge. Eric's motive for faking this setback stems from his desire to control the ever-complicated family dynamics at Forrester Creations. As the patriarch of the family, Eric is no stranger to power struggles, but what many viewers don't know is that Eric's frustration with Carter Walton and Hope Logan's actions has reached a boiling point. In recent months, Carter and Hope's alliances with the Forrester family have caused tension. Hope's constant conflicts with Thomas Forrester over their shared business interests have placed her at odds with various members of the family, while Carter's torn loyalties have made him the target of criticism, particularly from Eric himself. While Eric has tried to stay neutral in the past, he can no longer ignore what he sees as threats to his legacy. So, what better way to manipulate the situation than to fake a medical setback and put Carter and Hope in positions where they'll be forced to react? Carter's dilemma. Caught between loyalty and truth. Carter Walton has always been known for his integrity. As the head of legal affairs at Forrester Creations, he has been a reliable figure in the company and in the lives of the Forresters. He's loyal to a fault, but his relationship with Eric has been growing increasingly strained. Carter has always been close to Eric, but Eric's actions and decisions have become more difficult for him to accept. Eric's recent maneuvering has placed Carter in a tricky spot. As much as he respects the Forrester legacy, Carter knows that Eric has a tendency to play people like pawns in his games. In fact, Carter has been the target of some of Eric's manipulations before, none more obvious than when Eric pushed Carter to step away from his relationship with Quinn Fuller, all in the name of family honor. Now, with Eric faking a medical crisis, Carter is going to be forced to reevaluate his position at Forrester Creations. Will he continue to be loyal to Eric, or will he begin to question whether Eric's actions are truly in the best interest of the family, or whether they're just self-serving? As the Forresters gather to support Eric, Carter's feelings of loyalty will clash with his growing suspicions. He may be forced to make a difficult decision that could end his professional relationship with Eric, something that could have far-reaching consequences for both his career and his future at Forrester. Hope's role: unwitting pawn or willing player? On the other side of this intrigue is Hope Logan, who is also caught in Eric's web of deceit. Hope, who has spent years fighting for her place within the Forrester family, is not an innocent bystander in this situation. Her own actions have made her a prime target for Eric's manipulation, and while she may not yet realize it, she's about to find herself drawn into a dangerous game that could alter the course of her future. Hope's recent involvement in her fashion line and her increasing friction with Thomas has put her at odds with more than just Thomas. She's now become a thorn in Eric's side. Despite Eric's attempts to play the doting grandfather and wise patriarch, he sees Hope's ambitions as a challenge to his authority. The Forrester Empire has always been about control, and Eric has no intention of letting someone like Hope, who has her own ideas of how the company should be run, usurp his power. In this upcoming plotline, Hope will be manipulated by Eric's fake medical setback, with Eric presenting himself as vulnerable and in need of support. But is this really just another ploy to control the people around him, or is Eric genuinely trying to preserve his family legacy at all costs? Hope will soon find herself grappling with her own conflicting emotions. She will want to help Eric, but she'll also begin to question his intentions. With the Forrester family rallying around Eric and offering their support, Hope will be put in a difficult position. She might find herself caught between keeping her personal ambitions in check and playing the part of the dutiful family member. Will Hope continue to put her family first, or will she start to see through Eric's manipulation and fight back? The dirty trick. Is this what Carter and Hope deserve? The question on everyone's mind is whether Eric's fake medical setback is a dirty trick that Carter and Hope truly deserve. While Eric may believe that this manipulation is justified, he's trying to protect the Forrester legacy. His actions raise a moral dilemma. For Carter, the stakes are high. He has always prided himself on being an honorable man, but with Eric's history of underhanded tactics, Carter might finally realize that loyalty to the family has cost him more than he's willing to give. If Eric's medical crisis is a ruse, Carter's trust in him may be shattered, leading him to take drastic action to distance himself from the Forrester patriarch. Could this mark the end of Carter's time at Forrester Creations? It's a possibility that will only grow clearer as the truth about Eric's deception comes to light. Hope, too, is walking a fine line. As much as she wants to succeed in the fashion world and make her mark, she also wants the approval of her family, particularly Eric. However, if Eric's ruse comes to light, Hope could find herself questioning whether Eric truly has her best interests at heart. She's already dealing with enough conflict within the family, especially with Thomas' involvement in her life and career. Adding Eric's manipulations into the mix will only deepen the rift between Hope and her loved ones. What's more, Eric's tactics may very well backfire. If Carter and Hope eventually discover the truth, they will likely feel betrayed, not just by Eric, but by the family itself. Their loyalty to Forrester Creations could be severely tested, and the emotional fallout from this deceit could set off a chain reaction that would change the Forrester family dynamic forever. What's next for Eric, Carter, and Hope? As the storyline develops, fans can expect to see Eric's deception come to light in dramatic fashion. The question remains, how will Carter and Hope react when they uncover the truth? Will they confront Eric, or will they quietly withdraw from the family business? And how will Eric, ever the master manipulator, handle the fallout from his fake medical setback? One thing is for certain, this twist is bound to shake up the Forrester family and change the course of many characters' futures. Whether it's Carter's ethical dilemma or Hope's struggle for approval, The Bold and the Beautiful is about to delve deep into the consequences of deceit, loyalty, and the price of family power. Stay tuned for more twists and turns as Eric's dirty trick takes shape, and get ready for a roller coaster ride of emotions in the episodes to come.